Hi, this is Coach Judith back for another episode of our Quarantine Coding Club. We watch videos that were created by my coworker Stephen, and I comment on them throughout. We have learned a lot of things. I know I have learned a lot of things so far from watching Stephen's videos, and I hope they've also been a little bit entertaining. I really hope you're going to enjoy this one because as I reviewed it before recording, I really enjoyed a lot of it. So let's get to it.
Just 2 videos ago, I posted a challenge to people in my community, but also the internet at large. I challenged people to create video content to try to get others in their area to join online communities versus COVID-19.
All right, so let's talk about that. In previous videos, Stephen has been advocating for digital connectivity when we cannot have actual social connectivity in person. Since we are all stuck at home, we are really only able to communicate with other people by telephone, by text. But Stephen's also saying, let's also have Facebook groups or other kind of social media groups for our local neighborhoods and see if we can help one another, even if it's just communication. But maybe there's other things that'll come out of that. Maybe on a Facebook group for your neighborhood, someone will mention, hey, I haven't been feeling well and I can't make it to the supermarket. Could somebody bring me milk? And another person will say, hey, yeah, I'm going to be there at the supermarket. I'll buy you some milk. I'll leave it by your door. So Stephen is saying, let's all do this all around the world and let's get through this together.
Then, yesterday, I showed that with code in a repository called Metavideos, anyone can create short video clips and then embed them in larger video content.
Okay, let's examine that one a little bit. Yesterday's video, Stephen used sort of a video template that he had created that was imploring people to help join these Facebook groups, but he's doing it with a video request. And since not everybody wants to make a really long video or even can make a really long video, he created this meta video that you could use where you just substitute in a quick clip of yourself saying your name and a second one of your neighborhood. And then you could use code that Stephen wrote by you just change a few lines of the code and it would allow you to create your own video very easily.
If no one shares your video and it doesn't go viral, it's not your fault. Suppose you run this line of code and get this hamster.
Okay, before we see the hamster, let's look at this line of code. So this is in a language called Racket, and it's a way to render a video for mom, I guess is the name of the video, and it's using a hamster spokesperson, which I am very excited to show you. And it will create, the hamster will create a video called whatever your neighborhood is versus COVID-19. That's going to be the text. And it'll call you to action to get to this website. Let's watch.
Hey, join my group, okay?
If no one
Okay, so that little hamster was the video said, join my group. This was the text that was in the code, and this was the website that is the call to action that the hamster is asking you to go to. Now, that hamster is pretty cute, so let's just watch the hamster one more time.
Hey, join my group, okay?
If no one joins your group, maybe it's because that hamster is a bad salesman.
Okay, do you think that hamster was a bad salesman? I thought that hamster was a pretty good salesman, but I do want to show you, I have had several hamsters in my life. This was the first one, and I would like to show you, her name was Happy. She was a dwarf hamster, and she was one of 7 dwarf hamsters that were born at the same time in the same litter. They were named after the 7 dwarfs, and this was Happy. and I loved her. She is no longer with us, but I think she might be a pretty good hamster spokesperson. What do you think? All right, back to the video. Oh, let's look at actually this code before Stephen talks about it. So the difference here is now instead of the last set of code that Stephen showed us, the video was for mom here. This code now, because we're going to swap out the hamsters, this code is for grandma, a different video, with a different hamster. This is hamster number 2. And I'm not sure if this is the same website or not, but let's see what Stephen has to say about this code and the next hamster.
This line of code with this hamster would have been better.
Join my group, okay? Ow!
Okay, now that hamster has some trouble with balance, huh?
And if that doesn't work either, maybe it's because all hamsters are bad salespeople.
No, that's not it. So if you didn't like my first hamster, Happy, I also want you to see my second hamster. This hamster's name was Jessica. We called her Jessie. And there she is. And that's my bird, whose name is Zipporah. They weren't really good friends, but that was my second hamster. So maybe she would be a good spokesperson. Let's go back to the video.
Either way, it's not your fault. Or if you use this line of code to get this completely real, not at all fake version of Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, before we see this not at all fake version, but maybe actually it is a fake version. So this video is going to be called For Mark Z. And the little video clip we're going to have is a billionaire. And let's see, I don't know what this cat stuff is. Let's watch.
Zuckerberg endorsing you and your group. You want to know who's the best? Well, yeah, that guy.
Okay, so this was a clip of Mark Zuckerberg. And let's watch that again with Steven's cat. Her name is Kitty.
You want to know who's the best? Well, yeah, that guy. You live anywhere near? Well, then you should join him. You could.
All right, so in the code, the cat did appear. So the first substitution here was the billionaire was Mark Zuckerberg. Then there were 2 different little cat videos. I don't know how different they were, but one was, I believe, Kitty saying Kitty's name, meow. And the other one with Kitty saying Kitty's neighborhood also sounded like meow. Let's say it one more time.
Your group. You want to know who's the best? Well, yeah, that guy. You live anywhere near? Well,
yeah, it sounded pretty much the same.
You can rest easy knowing that your group's membership numbers are in Mark Zuckerberg's hands, not yours. Not all.
Okay, wait. So we've seen 2 hamsters and Mark Zuckerberg as spokespeople. And I'm not sure if we thought any of them were really great, but I just want to show you my final hamster named Eleanor. And she's also no longer with us. But Eleanor, look at how adorable Eleanor was. She was very talented. So she might have been the actual best spokesperson for this job. And I also want to show you a little video of Eleanor. Look at how she could run on her wheel. Okay, I guess I need to reopen Steven's video and we need to get back to that. Back
Just
to work
2
here,
videos
guys.
ago, I posted a challenge to people.
All right, Mark Zuckerberg. There we are with Kitty. Here we go.
You can rest easy knowing that your group's membership numbers are in Mark Zuckerberg's hands, not yours. Not all of us on the internet have the time or the skill to make a good video, a good hook, a good story, a good message. Some of us just want to bring people together to help as quickly as possible.
Okay, so some of us aren't able to make great videos. That's true. But I bet right now, most of us have a lot of extra time. Because if you don't have to go into school or you don't have to go into work, you're probably not commuting. You can't go to the movie theater. You can't go to a concert. There's a lot of things that we used to do with our time. So even if you don't necessarily have great video editing skills, you probably have a little more time than you used to. I know I do.
Using metaviral videos against COVID-19 is a little bit like fighting a real-life virus with a digital one. Here's the anatomy of a metaviral video. Much like a virus, there's a capsule and some form of a hook.
Just so I'm not sure if you guys are aware of what these pictures are. This, I believe, is the coronavirus. And so what Stephen is trying to show us is that creating a video that we want to go viral, ha ha ha, is similar to the way that the coronavirus works. So you have here's the virus itself, but now you need to create a hook. So I believe the way the virus works, and I am not a doctor, but I believe that once it gets inside your body, it has to attach itself. It has to have a hook to something to make you sick.
Outer material is created by the main video content. If comedian John Oliver were to create such a viral capsule, it would likely have more virality than ones created by me. Almost.
Okay. Do you think that's true? If John Oliver created a video, would it be more viral or have more virality than one created by Steven? Yeah, that's probably true. But the idea is that you create a video using maybe Steven's meta viral video code, making it easy for you. And you don't necessarily have to be Oliver to get it to go viral. And it looks like I think Steven's about to show us one more hamster video. Let me just back it up just a little bit and we'll watch the hamster.
Than ones created by me. Almost as much virality as achievable by this hamster salesperson. Inside the medium.
All right, that hamster salesperson. So I still think my hamsters were maybe even a little more have more virality, but we are going to conclude this half of this episode now, and we will have more hamster videos in the second half. I hope you will join us.